Hi guys, I'm going to introduce you to today my second game. I actually made this out of poster board. I cut it in half and then I did the circle with a plate. You have to get creative sometimes when making all these games. Um, I'm doing my on analog time, and what I did was have a template for the students to build their own analog clock so they can know like where each time goes and then carry it from there. So let's get started. Let's see. So I mean, obviously we know that how a clock works, but you'll be testing them on seeing their knowledge of how to build a clock. And you can laminate these and use dry erase markers. It would be easier so you can use them for later use, or you could always just remake these every time that you're talking about time and they have to do their own, or you could create it for them. But let's start with ours. So we know it's 12, and then I would teach them that just to get them all centered, how 12, 3, 6, and 9 are always their 15-minute intervals. So then you would have, of course, 1, 2. Oops. Yeah, let's redo that. Okay. So you have your clock now. And then what I've done also is cut out seconds, hours, and minute hand that they can place themselves and however they feel it goes. Okay. Let's see if this stays. Okay. So what I did, I made little note cards to say, hours, minutes, and then plus time. So this game, they would be required to be like with a partner, and it'll be used with the cards. While student A picks 2 cards, like the hour and the minute. Let's say, like I haven't shuffled these, so they're gonna be straight up. So they'll get 1 hour and 0 minutes. So they could put it down, and then they could just go to the clock and be okay. So 1 hour is, or 1 o'clock to be exact, is like this. And I could play with it, and I know second hand is just hanging there, but it's okay. So we'll have 1, and then that'll be your first thing. And to make it a little more interesting and more challenging, they can use a plus time, and it tells them 10 minutes. So like this one says 10 minutes. So they would have to be like, okay, well, if it's 1 right now, and if I add 10 minutes to that, where would it be? So it can go 5, 10. So I can say, oh, it's 1:10. No, that was a little easy, but that's pretty much how this game would work. I mean, we could go another round just to check it and say, okay, hour 10, see, hour and 10, and then minute 24. So I know I didn't put little hashtags between, but this will give them a good try to estimate what time can really be. So first they would have to go, okay, so if it's 10, and they make sure to have them move the stuff clockwise so they can know how the clock actually works. So 10, and then minute 24, so they would have to, if they're good with it and they already know, they would just automatically go to 5. But if not, they can just count off 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so 20 is here, and this is 25. 24 has to be close to, but not on the 5. And then it will be, it's 10:24 right now. And then they can use another plus card, plus time. So plus time is 15 minutes. So They could be like, oh, well, 24 plus 15, what is that? They can round it off and say, okay, so if this is 25 and I have to add 15 minutes, it'll be 5, 10, 15. But since I'm at negative minus 1 here on the 24, then it won't be straight on the 8, but it will be before the 8. So that's how I created this game for students, to make sure that they know what time is and how to tell time, and then show them that also they can do how time elapses and how they can go 55 minutes. I also have on the plus cards, it says 2/4 of an hour, so they would have to be like, okay, make connections and relationships with, 2/4 makes 50 cents or something related to money. What would it be with time? And that's when we have to teach them that your quarter marks are at 36, 9, and well, obviously 12 again. So they would be here, and I would choose 2/4 of an hour. They would go, okay, that's 15 minutes. So I would have to go 5, 10, 15, and another 15 again. So it would be 5, 10, 15. And if they were to be here at 10:39, they would have to be, okay, so if I keep moving my minute hand to my 15, then this would change to 11. So they would have to recognize that once the minute hand passes the 12 mark, which is every hour, that your hour hand also has to move. So that's what I created this time. Actually came up with it on my own, but it was very interesting seeing this, and I'm actually planning on using this with my nieces to see how well they know their time. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.